Sports Media Assistant Director Rafael Guerrero here with volleyball head coach Carolyn Zimmerman. How are you doing, Carolyn? Thanks for joining us.
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
A little more than halfway through the season now. What have you seen from the team so far? What are some of the positives that you've taken from the first 16 games of the year?
You know, I think that we obviously have to look well beyond the wins and losses and look at how the team is coming together. We do have a young group that we're fielding and haven't gotten through all of our conference opponents, but I'm quite confident that we're probably one of the youngest teams in the conference. But I'm super excited about, the tools that we do have, the personalities that we brought in and the fact that they're coming together. Those things take time. I have a new coaching staff along with a lot of new faces representing Titan Volleyball, and it's tough to get all that together in a 2-week preseason. So we're still working on it, and our women have put in a lot of extra time to be a bonded team. They're excited about certainly the week that they have in front of them. It's great to be back at home. But the things that we have to be excited about is, we have eager players. We have players that are hungry to win. They look forward to working hard every day in the gym. Most importantly, you have to be looking forward to working hard and getting better. And we recognize that there's no area of our game that doesn't need improvement. There's certain things that we're not going to be able to make up for, so we certainly don't look at it as a weakness. We see our youth as an advantage, and if there's any negativity assigned to it, we don't spend any time thinking about it, because those are some things that we can't change. We look at things that we can improve, and our personnel, I really enjoy the group. I think that some of our older players are doing a great job of kind of watching over the youth on our court. Mackenzie Olson was just an absolute, maniac competitor out there in Hawaii, and I just told her I want to see that every weekend. And Holland Crenshaw's been just real steady for us, and Devin is one of our captains and our only senior, and she's kind of what I consider our moral compass, and she kind of keeps the group together and guides us through the right and wrong. And so we have a lot of people that are willing to step up and do things like that. The challenges are we have to continue to play better volleyball, and there's some highs and lows with that, and there's some inconsistencies. And so, our goals are obviously to outlast the opponent and play better volleyball longer than they can. And certainly the ultimate goal is to get the win. So that's what we get in the gym for every day, and remain positive and real confident about what we're going to see every day.
You mentioned the youth movement. Nikki Withers, 3-time Freshman Player of the Week in the conference. What have you seen from her as far as her growth, where she can improve, and what she's already done so well at the college level in
Sure.
the first few weeks?
Well, I think we discussed this in our previous interview. She's a tremendous athlete, and I think the areas that Nikki needs to improve, obviously her daily routine, her focus in practice, her skill sets. Hitting and blocking are two skills that are going to come easier for her, but at times still remain, rather challenging. So it's about getting more consistent in practice and getting more consistent with the routine, so that you kind of know on an individual level what you're going to be seeing on the weekend. And that stuff does take time, and there's only so much that you can address with every player at once. So it's just a little bit at a time, and you're not going to change everything at once or guide the player in the right direction. But she remains positive, and I think that she and I have a great relationship. I know that she listens to me. I know that she trusts me, and that's important between a player-coach relationship. So, of course, I'm enthusiastic that she's been named 3 times, Freshman of the Week for the conference. It's great to be recognized, but I'm also there to remind her that it's not good enough just to be the best player in our gym. 2, it's maybe not good enough to be one of the best players in our conference. You need to be thinking much larger than that. So, my attitude is every day when we go in the gym, we're thinking about who are some of the best players in our region, who are some of the best players in the country, and that's who we're striving to, compete against and become.
You got a chance to measure yourself up against the conference this past week. You've had 3 matches against CSUN, Long Beach State, and Hawaii, 3 of the top teams in the conference. How did you see the team measure up? What did you like from them, and what do you see you can improve?
Well, I believe if I'm correct, 2 of the 3 were ranked, which certainly says that they have achieved a certain level of success and, have been recognized by the coaches in the country. I really liked what I saw against Cal State Northridge. I thought that with Northridge coming in as returning Big West champions, it would have been easy maybe to be a little bit intimidated by the success that they've experienced and the seniority on their side of the court. But I thought we just did a great job playing 1 point at a time and really not worrying about the letters that were on their chest and just playing the game. I think we got unlucky in the first set and, things might have gone a little bit differently. But overall, regardless of the outcome, I really thought that we played some really good volleyball. The next night, bouncing back, Long Beach, and looking on to Hawaii. Not too many good things to take from the Long Beach match other than we don't do well when we're not present and when we're not taking care of our game. I really prefer our players to be in a mindset that, is about the responsibility that they have to, to bring their game, to do their job, and to be good teammates. And, the more and more we can do that, the better chance that we have to compete. We saw a little bit of that. I think we bounced back, if you will, against Hawaii as opposed to the way that we played against Long Beach State. But we still have some moments of allowing the opponent to score way too many points and going high error on our own. And we need to clean some of that up and bounce back a little sooner because we are going to make mistakes. We just, we need to reduce the amount that we're making in a row. So, this week we obviously turn a corner, playing a couple of teams that we haven't seen this year in San Luis and in Santa Barbara, both great programs. And so we walk into it, humble, hardworking, with the utmost respect, but really hungry to get a win. And those programs are just the same, I think they, Santa Barbara snuck a win off of SLO after SLO being up 2-0, but, everybody wants to win out there. And the parity in our conference is tremendous. And, I see this weekend as a great opportunity to play our game and get a couple of wins.
Lastly, what are your expectations for the team now that you've gotten through those first 3 conference opponents and for the rest of the schedule? What are your expectations for the team?
Well, number one, it's just being better practice players, and paying attention to those daily routines because I certainly believe that practice makes permanent. And embracing the idea that the way we practice Monday through Thursday is going to be the way that we play on Friday and Saturday. If I can start seeing that and if I have any sort of sense of satisfaction with what I'm seeing, I'm going to be feeling pretty good about what I'm going to see on the weekend. I'm a competitor. I hate to lose, love to win, and it is about playing better volleyball, and we just have to do that every single day in the gym. And again, if you're seeing it in practice, then it's highly probable you'll see it on game day. And it's my hopes that the opponent will bring out the best in us. And if we're seeing some pretty good volleyball Monday through Thursday, then it should just be getting better by Friday and Saturday.
All right. Head Coach Carolyn Zimmerman, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the way.
All right.